friends, you are placed in a very good company and you are earning really handsome salary. But क्या सिर्फ earning से क्या आप अपने financial goals को achieve कर सकते हैं? So the answer to this is no, because unless आप अपने investments start नहीं करते हैं, then you cannot achieve from your money what you want, because you have to let your money grow for you. इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं कि आप हाउ द बिगिनर्स कैन अंडरस्टैंड इन विच एसेट क्लासेस दे कैन मेक इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, सो दे कैन स्टार्ट मेकिंग इन्वेस्टमेंट्स एट अ वेरी यंग एज, एंड जितना जल्दी आप स्टार्ट करेंगे उतने रिटर्न्स आपको अच्छे मिलेंगे. सो होपफुली इन दिस वीडियो आप आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट जर्नी की ट्रेन कैच कर लें और उनके कंपार्टमेंट्स यानी कि एसेट क्लासेस को समझ लें. Now, before learning about those asset classes which you need to understand for investment, but we should first understand कि हमें क्यों investment करना है, why investment is important. Now you can argue, anyone can. We have lots of cash. We have cash as savings, so we are safe. And whenever there is a requirement, we have enough cash. But do you know that cash loses its value? And this is because of inflation. तो जो purchasing power है cash की, it goes on reducing year by year. So that's why there comes investment where you can grow your money. लेकिन then maybe you can say that I can park my funds in a savings bank, in a savings account. So savings account maybe you can keep your money, but does it, क्या वो इतना return देता है? Nowadays it may be like 4% or 5%, but not more than that. Maybe max to max it can be 6%. So you have to think of those investment options where you can actually make your money grow. Like maybe even if you earn 10 to 12% or 8 to 10%, then it's okay, pretty good. So it is very important to learn about investments and those asset classes where you can invest. Now, the first asset class that we are discussing is an equity investment. Now, what is an equity? Equity means आप एक particular company के shares खरीदते हैं, and by buying these shares, you become a part owner of that company. And hence, when you are part owner of that company, आप उनकी profits और losses में you are equally participating. So now how do you earn on the equity investment? Now suppose आपने शेयर खरीदा है for rupees 100, and maybe in a some point of time वो शेयर 100 से बढ़ के हो चुका है 130. Now you want to you want to release those profits. So आप क्या करते हैं? You sell them at the prevailing market prices. So this is your booking your profits and hence earning on your investments. The second way is आप कैसे अर्न कर सकते हैं इक्विटी से, वो है डिविडेंड्स. नाउ व्हेन यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन अ कंपनी, तो वही कंपनी डिविडेंड्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करती हैं अपने शेयर होल्डर्स को. सो दिस इज यू अर्न बाय वे ऑफ डिविडेंड्स, एंड दीज डिविडेंड्स गेट ऑटोमेटिकली क्रेडिटेड टू योर बैंक अकाउंट्स. नाउ अब ये इक्विटी की कैटेगरीज हैं कि कौन सी कंपनीज में कैटेगराइज्ड है शेयर मार्केट. सो वो है लार्ज कैप, mid caps and small caps. Now about this we will discuss in our another video about in detail that what are these kind of companies. Now the most important question is कि for a beginner कि how you can invest in the stock market or how you can start your equity investments. तो उसके लिए सबसे पहले आपको एक brokerage firm से अपना एक डीमैट अकाउंट खोलना पड़ेगा. And there are many brokerage firms like Zerodha, then Angel One, 5paisa, Sharekhan. So inse you can open your brokerage account. You can choose the one that is the most profitable. So if you are liking our videos, please like, share and subscribe. And bane rahiye for more videos. Now since equity investments में since it is related to the market, तो बहुत सारे ups and downs होते हैं. There sometimes the market is very volatile. कभी एकदम bullish phase में होता है, like it's earning great profits. कभी एकदम बेयर फेज में होता है जहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा कि द वैल्यू ऑफ योर इन्वेस्टमेंट इज़ फॉलिंग डाउन. तो देर आर मेनी अप्स एंड डाउन्स होते रहते हैं मार्केट में. सो फॉर अ बिगिनर, अगर आप स्टार्ट करते हैं इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, तो यू कैन ऑल्सो स्टार्ट विथ म्यूचुअल फंड्स. म्यूचुअल फंड्स में there are fund houses who have a well diversified portfolio of stocks where they invest the money. So you can always to start with, if you are not very sure about how you can directly invest in the stock market, और आप थोड़े से रिस्क एवर्स हैं, you don't want to take risk, maybe वो experience से you can learn in a some point in a span of time कि कैसे market work करता है. So for a beginner or to start with, you can always start your equity investments via mutual funds. Now the second asset class for investment are the fixed income instruments, जो कि include करते हैं the bonds, जो कि issue किए जाते हैं either by government या companies भी लेके आती हैं corporate bonds. तो when the companies are not borrowing money from the bank, then they issue these bonds. और जो इन्वेस्टर्स इन बॉन्ड्स को सब्सक्राइब करते हैं, दे बिकम द लेंडर्स टू दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी या लेंडर to the government also when government bonds are issued. So so this is the major difference between equity and debt. कि debt में you don't become an owner of the company, but in an equity you become a part owner of the company, and so you participate in the profits. But debt में you are the lender to the company, and so you cannot participate in its profits. So how do you earn on a bond? So bond pay you get a fixed rate of return of interest, and that may be as laid out in the prospectus, और एक periodically आपको ये interest मिलता रहता है, maybe semi-annually or quarterly, and at the end of the term of the bond, your principal is returned to you. So this is how the bond works. Now the most important point, how to invest in these kind of bonds. तो bonds के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि you know the credit worthiness of the company which is issuing the bond. Now how you can invest in these bonds? तो थोड़ा सा to invest in these bonds there is a requirement of minimum investment amount, जो कि higher side पे है. It's rupees minimum, it's rupees 10 lakhs. So invest करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाता है. So again for beginners and for others also, अगर bonds में invest करना है तो we can again go via the mutual funds route. So कुछ fund houses हैं and there are many funds which invest in the bonds, and there is no compulsion of minimum investment mutual funds के through अगर करते हैं तो. So there are some examples of debt funds like there is Axis Corporate Debt Fund, then DSP Government Securities Debt Funds, so even UTI का debt fund है. So अगर आपको bond में invest करना है लेकिन you are not willing for that minimum investment account, so you can always invest through the mutual fund debt funds. Now third category of investment है cash and cash equivalents. तो cash is the, as we all know, कि बहुत liquid form of asset है, but it has its own disadvantages कि because ज़्यादा cash I would not advise कि बहुत ज़्यादा cash आप रखें, because as we have discussed earlier in the video also कि cash loses its value because of inflation. इसकी purchasing power कम होती जाती है. So rather than keeping your money in cash, you can always keep it in as cash equivalents. Cash equivalents are the investments जहाँ पे आपका जो investment है वो easily convert हो सकता है cash में in a span of 1 to 2 months. तो ये investments हैं जैसे liquid funds हैं which invest into treasury bills एंड कॉमर्शियल पेपर्स, जो कि बहुत शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए इशू किए जाते हैं. एंड इसके लिए हमने वीडियो बना रखा है व्हाट आर लिक्विड फंड्स. सो प्लीज़ वॉच दैट वीडियो फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आर लिक्विड फंड्स. बट येस, हमें हमेशा इमरजेंसी फंड रखना चाहिए so that it is easily available for any emergency, and that too can be invested in the liquid funds. Now the next asset class है which we'll be discussing about is the real estate. Now real estate means कोई भी commercial property या residential property जिसमें आप invest करना चाहते हैं, you can own that property and remain invested in that. तो रियल एस्टेट में हम किस तरह से अर्न करते हैं, अगेन यहाँ पे दो तरीके हैं. फर्स्ट, सपोज यू हैव बॉट अ प्रॉपर्टी एट अ सर्टेन प्राइस एंड कैपिटल एप्रिसिएशन होता है प्रॉपर्टी का, तो आप वह प्रॉपर्टी यू कैन सेल एट दैट मार्केट प्राइस एंड अर्न प्रॉफिट्स. सो दिस इज़ हाउ यू हैव अर्नड ऑन योर इन्वेस्टमेंट. Secondly, you can earn by way of rental income also. Regular flow of income होगा इस rental income से, and you are earning by rental also, and maybe if you are keeping it for a longer period of time तो उसमें capital appreciation भी होता है. So this is how real estate works. पर real estate investment में भी there are many disadvantages. Firstly, you need a large amount of money to invest in real estate, and secondly, it's not that liquid kind of asset, and your money gets blocked for a longer period of time. सो वेनेवर आप जब एंड लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च भी इसमें लगती है कि बिकॉज राइट काइंड ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी खरीदने के लिए राइट लोकेशन एंड देन व्हाट इज़ द डिमांड सप्लाई गेम हियर, दैट ऑल थिंग्स गो इनटू दैट रिसर्च. So though real estate, though it is very simple to understand, and income earning is also good, but you need to find out the right kind of property. But yes, it is worth to note that real estate ही एक ऐसा tangible asset class है as opposed to the equity and the bonds. Now the last and the fifth asset class that would be discussing is alternative asset class. इसमें asset classes like gold है, then sovereign gold bonds, hedge funds, commodities, बहुत सारे ऐसे asset classes हैं जहाँ पे आप invest कर सकते हैं, but these are actually not for beginners. So we will not discuss these in great detail. These are only for just we are naming it. And but sovereign gold bonds and REITs, which are again into real estate investments, तो वो हम हमारे next video में discuss करेंगे. So this was all about the main asset classes from which you can start your investment journey, and you can start at a young age, and women can also understand these asset classes and accordingly वो अपनी savings को grow कर सकती हैं.